This is my unwrap tutorial. Go to box, drag out a box, kind of rectangular, drag it up. Don't worry about it, we'll fix it. Hold Alt and drag the height down a bit. Okay, that looks good. Let's hit W. Let's right click all these spinners on the bottom. Hit G and then J to turn off your selection grids if you have those on. Go to your modify panel, second Chi, right click, and let's convert it to an edit poly. Hit 4, hit Z, select this top poly, right click it, go to inset, and I'm going to control alt middle mouse in and drag this in a bit, and let's go like that. And let's also right click and do an extrude. I'm going to right click on the spinner and do 0, and then I'm just going to manually drag it down a bit. Check the bottom, make sure it's not going through. I'm going to go to the top view. I'm going to hit 1 and I'm going to drag these in just a bit. Okay. Get out of that. Now you want to go up to customize, and you want to go to customize user interface, the top one. And you want to go to K. Oops. And keyboard shortcut override, you want to do Y. Then you want to go to group up here, and you want to go to unwrap UVW. B is for break here, you want to put that on there. Control C for copy. E you want for edit UVWs, that'll bring up your window, which is one of my favorites. F is for flatten map, I really like that. W you want freeform mode. Control V is paste, obviously. R is relax, you're going to use that. Show seams in viewport might be useful, I'm not sure. Stitch is S. Sync selection mode is X. That'll be useful if you're doing an object that has several pieces and whatnot. U is unfold map. That's really useful for a basic wheel or something, or yeah. Let's see. Then Z is zoom selected element, which is very useful. So now we're going to go use some of those shortcut keys. So let's go ahead and hit modifier list, scroll down to unwrap UVW, hit E. Oops. You want to turn your toggle red shortcut over on with Y or click it so you can see it going in and out. Now you hit E. Alright, now let's do go to freeform or face selection, do a control A, do an F. Okay, now we have it flattened out. Let's grab all these pieces and move them to the side. Okay, this is going to be the center of our piece here, so turn off select element down here, go to edge mode. This one's the right side, so I want to make that on top, so select it all and then move it there. Okay, so now the right side's going to be on top, and I'm going to hit T in the viewport and Z. Yep, and it's definitely the right side, so let's set that there. This is going to be the back face, so hit 3. Yep, and that's our back face, so let's just turn that way. Okay, now let's start attaching these pieces. So I'm actually going to select it, B, 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 and I'm pretty sure they were all detached anyway, so anyway, scoot this over. This is going to be doesn't matter what side, but I'm going to rotate it around. I'm going to hit 2. I'm going to stitch all these together until you get to the big one, and then you just do a control Z. So that's what just happened there. Hit S, control Z. Okay. So let's do the same thing for this guy. Do an S, and this one. We're stitching, that's what S is. I can move my mouse down a little bit. There we go. Okay, so let's go back to our edge mode. Let's drag these two right on top of each other. Let's rotate that guy around. Let's rotate that guy around and set them on top of each other. And let's drag them over here. Let's also do the same with these guys. And this is just a very quick tutorial on how to unwrap. So don't worry about, being too specific. This is in case you have no idea what you're doing and whatnot. So let's just drag them over. Just get them on the map. Make sure they're within there and within there. And it's middle mouse that I'm doing that with. Let me do select element and do that again. Okay. So now we look good. Now let's grab this. I'm going to hold control and drag it like that. And this piece, just gonna make it a little smaller so we don't have issues with it. There we go. And that's pretty much it for that. So let's go to mapping and go to tools, render UVW template, and let's do 1024 by 1024 render UVW template. Then you get this image. Now you're going to save it, and it's actually going to go in here. So go to your desktop and go to libraries, documents, 3ds Max, right there, and let's go to scenes, and let's make a new folder called unwrap tut, and we'll call this our guide because that's what it's going to be. And then change your format to JPEG, save it, hit OK. Alright, let's open up Windows Explorer again, navigate back to your scenes folder, open up Photoshop, open that back up, click and drag it in here, do a Control-I to invert, Alt double click this lock, change your blending mode to multiply, open up Google, type in back of picture frame, do a Control-T, do picture frame wood, enter, Control-T, what, enter. So go here, go to images, let's select this guy, so just click on it in Chrome and then right click, copy image, go back to Photoshop, Control-V, Alt-Tab, come here, we're going to find some wood. Let's go ahead and just do this guy, right click, copy image, Alt-Tab, Control-V, Alt-Tab, go back to what, go to images, let's see, click on an image, right click, copy image, Alt-Tab, do a Control-V, hide both of these. We'll do this back to first, so hit Control-T, go to your move tool, select the right layer, sorry, go ahead and shrink that way down, hit enter. I'm going to scroll in with my mouse, I'm going to grab my marquee tool, I'm going to select this, I'm going to do a Control-Shift-I, delete, do a Control-D to deselect that. Now let's do Control-T, right click, and I'm going to rotate counterclockwise. So let's drag our guide layer, I'll hit enter, drag your guide layer all the way up, and do another Control-T on the layer 1, or the back piece. So, and just drag it out so it covers it up. And this is good enough. Don't worry, we're not trying. I'm just trying to quick teach you how to unwrap. So you can label that back. Label this wood. So let's just go ahead and use your V for your move tool, and I'm going to Control-T this and drag it up and move it. See that? See all those wood pieces are covered now? I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to do an M. I'm just going to drag this out and do a Control-J. Now hide that wood layer, and we have wood over there. So now let's unhide our what image, and let's do a Control-T, or hit an escape. Go to your what image, hit Control-T, right click, counterclockwise, yep. And let us drag this up like that, hit enter, turn off that guide layer, and then one thing I'll do to make sure white doesn't come up is I'll make a new layer quick, and I will hit G, go to my new layer and fill it with black, and then drag it beneath everything just in case we screwed up. So now I'll do a Control-S, and let's call this our diff, and just leave it as a Photoshop. Now let's go back to Max and hit M for your material editor, go down to diffuse right here. After you select the slot, type in bitmap, navigate to your right folder, which is going to be under scenes, unwrap tut, and then grab your Photoshop file, hit OK. Apply material selections, show standard map and viewport. Do an X and a Z. Hit Y to turn off your toggle. And don't forget to do that or you'll get screwed up. Now hit F3 here. Oh, we're in vertex mode, so get out of that and what?